Cozy to the World is a weekly nightmare, and I am going to do a reading for the countdown of our lovely Halloween. This one is called Sweet Tooth, and I'm going to do part 1 for 1986. But the writer's name is Juliet Drarry at Juliet Emo Thing. Harry, stop fidgeting, his mother chided him gently. I don't want to catch you with the scissors. Then I'll really be a ghost. Harry heard then you'll really be a ghost. His dad said. From somewhere else in the den, Harry giggled underneath his sheet. His mother was finished with one of his eye holes, and just started on the second one, so he could sort of see them as he worked on completing his first real Halloween costume. He had to take his glasses off though, so his vision was a little fuzzy. Is it really ready? Really ready? He asked, trying to not to jiggle, opening and closing his hands instead of in excitement. His parents had said he could pick whatever he wanted to be for trick or treat, and he picked a ghost because he wanted to be scary. With a final snip, Harry could suddenly see with both eyes. He jumped up and down and jumped up and down. Yes, cried his mother, laughing as he slipped his glasses back on his head. I'm done. Harry started zooming around the house, his white sheet billowing out behind him. Woo! He moaned. Daddy, look! I'm a ghost! Yes, you are! Said his dad, proudly ruffling his hair under the sheet. And such a frightening one, too. The doorbell went, and Harry whirled around in the hall. It's them! He cried, seizing his plastic pumpkin bucket from the windowsill for his candy. Can I open the door? Hold on a minute, Champ, his father said, catching up with him and grabbing the handle. Harry was being allowed to go trick-or-treating by himself. One of the older kids across the street had said she'd take some of the other neighborhood kids around the block, and Harry's parents had said he could go. Hi, Dora, his dad said cheerfully upon opening the door. Wow, look at you! Dora was a girl a few years older than Harry, and she sometimes came over to play when her mother and her dad had dinner with Harry's folks. She was cool, but she looked even cooler today, and Harry stared at her in awe. Thanks, Mr. Potter, she said, stroking her pink wig and shimmering her glitter wings. I'm a bad fairy. I like it, Harry told her, unabashed. Thanks, Harry, she said. Man, you make a scary ghost. There were a few other kids already with Dora, and they seemed impressed that the older girl knew his name. Harry beamed with pride. It was still kinda light outside, but the sun was starting to set. So as they ran back down to the end of the front yard, Harry thought it would be better to wait until it was really dark, but big kids are allowed to trick-or-treat then. Maybe next year, he hoped, as a large silver car pulled up to meet them on the sidewalk, already bustling with other kids out getting their candy. A beautiful lady got out, and Harry suddenly felt shy. She was different to his mom, who liked wearing jeans, sweaters, and sneakers. Her red hair yanked into a messy pony, and her nails were always chipped. This lady had shiny blonde hair all tied up in a pretty knot, and wore a matching gray skirt and jacket with big shoulders and pumps with really high heels. Hi, Sissy, Dora said happily, gathering the half a dozen kids around her. Is Draco ready? He's very excited, the lady said tiredly, but smiling. Thank you so much for this, Dora. I hope you don't mind, but he brought a friend. While she was opening the door, Harry looked around to see his mom and dad standing at the door to his house, and they waved when Harry turned to them. He waved back, suddenly a little bit nervous. He hoped he'd be okay by himself, but then he remembered he was a scary ghost. No one could hurt him. So he turned around once more in time to see a boy and a girl hop out of the car. They both had pale skin, with the girl had black hair like Harry, and the boy had blonde, just like his mom. I'll be back in an hour, the lady said, already buckling her seatbelt. Thanks again. No problem, Dora told her cheerfully and with a wave. Hi, said the boy, striking out his hand to the nearest kid, a firefighter with red hair, and Harry had seen at school. I'm Draco, and this is Pansy. They were both dressed as vampires with capes and a line of fake blood dripping from their mouths. I'm wrong, said the firefighter, taking his hand, but the blond boy Draco frowned. Why are you a firefighter? He asked as his mom drew away. Halloween is supposed to be scary. Halloween is anything you want to be, Dora said firmly as the large group ran past them up to Harry's house. Come on, she said as Harry's mom greeted them with a bowl of jelly snakes. Let's get going, otherwise all the good stuff will be gone. The kids cheered and they raced along the sidewalk to their first house, and Harry found himself bumping shoulders with the vampire called Draco. I'm Harry, he said as they reached the front door. I like your blood. Thanks, said Draco, but he didn't say he liked Harry's costume back. He was starting to get hot under the sheet. Why are you wearing glasses? I always wear glasses, Harry said, and it was true. He had could hardly see anything at all without them. Ghosts still wear glasses, though. Harry wasn't sure what to say to that, but the door was open, and Harry's neighbor, old Mrs. Figg, with several cats, made a bid for freedom by her feet. Trick or treat, Harry yelled along with the others, forgetting what Draco had said, and she beamed down at the gaggle. Okay. I guess I'll just go with it. My goodness! Don't you all look wonderful? She cried, hand on her chest. Mrs. Figg didn't have any kids of her own, but always had lots of holiday decorations on her porch. It was covered in cobwebs, large plastic tombstones, that said R.I.P., which Harry knew meant rest in peace. An evil witch cackled from the tape player Harry could see in her hollow, and he obediently held out his bucket to get his first candy. When Mrs. Figgs babysat him, she always got the best chocolate with orange cream in the middle. She had told him that was one of the things she gave kids on Halloween. So, when she held out the bowl with colorful foil candies, he eagerly grabbed as many as he could. Draco and Pansy, however, got there first. My favorite, said Draco said, picking out the orange one Harry wanted. He looked down at his handful in dismay as he realized he'd only managed to get the toffee one and the mint one, which he didn't even like. He looked up to see if he could try it again, but Dora was already saying thank you and tugging him away from so the next group could come to the door. Did you get all the good? Did you get? Did you all get something good? She said, and she was met with a chorus of yeses, all except Harry, who couldn't help but be disappointed at his lack of success. Maybe he have been lucky at the next house. The firefighter Ron fell into step with him. You're in my class, aren't you? He said, and Harry nodded. I recognize your glasses. They felt weird on Harry's face on top of the sheet. He nudged them up his nose. Ghosts don't wear glasses, though, he said, wishing he picked something else now for a costume. Yeah, they do. If they did when they were alive. Harry suddenly felt a lot better as he approached the second house. Oh, yeah? He said. Thanks. My brother Percy wears glasses, Ron carried on. Then pulled a face. But he doesn't like Halloween. He says it's for babies. Oh, said Harry, disappointed. He thought Halloween was for big kids. Ron, though, seemed to agree. Oh, don't mind him, he said cheerfully. I have other brothers who are cooler. Look, he pointed to a pair of twins with the same red hair as him. They were both dressed in monkey suits, and they were running around pretending to eat lice out of other kids' hair, chanting wild ooh 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 noises and making other kids laugh. Even Dora was trying to be cross with them. Harry giggled. So, do you want to be friends? Ron asked, making Harry feel even better. Sure, he replied eagerly, and the two marched along the sidewalk together to the next house. But his mood was suddenly dashed again when yet again Draco and Pansy pushed forward and got all the best sweets once more. In fact, Draco even took some right out of Harry's hand. At the third house, Harry could feel himself start to cry. But at the fifth house, he stopped trying to sit in front. Draco made sure that he got everything he wanted before letting the others in. No matter how many times Dora told them they had to play nice, and his friend Pansy was just as bad. They then grunted loudly and everything they'd got as they ran back down the street, growling at each other and pulling vampire faces. Vampires are the best, Draco told them several times. They're the coolest out of all the monsters. Ron didn't seemed to mind, but he had his brothers. They seemed happier messing about and getting any candy. But Harry had thought that was the whole point of Halloween. By the seventh house, he hung back when Dora wasn't looking and sat on the curb, pulling his ghost sheet and wiping his eyes with the back of his hand before putting his glasses back on. Stupid trick-or-treating, he thought as he sniffed. Maybe Dora would just take him home. What's wrong? He looked up and saw Draco the vampire standing up over him. Nothing, Harry hiccuped and crossed his arms, looking down at the ground. He didn't want Draco to see him cry, but everyone else in this group was at the next house, so no one could come to his rescue. Why don't you have any candy? Draco asked as he looked into his discarded bag, discarded bucket. Harry stuffed his sneakers in the road, not wanting to answer. Don't you like it? Harry hiccuped again and tried angrily to swallow it down, but it was no good. The others would be fast food, and he didn't want any of them to see. You get all the good stuff, he said thickly. You pushed me out of the way. He got suddenly to his feet and turned back towards the house, leaving his feet and his pumpkin bucket of the sidewalk. I'm going home. Hey! Draco cried, and Harry turned to see he was looking upset too now. Harry waited, but Draco looked embarrassed. Yeah? He said, twisting his foot back and forth. My dad said that's what you're supposed to do. I'm sorry. Harry rubbed his eyes again under his glasses and sniffed. It's okay, he said, and Draco looked at him. What Harry had left on the ground before carefully picking up the sheet and holding it out for him. You need your costume, he said. Harry wasn't sure if he wanted to wear it anymore, but he stepped closer and took it anyway. Thanks, he said, turning it over in his hand. Next, Draco picked up Harry's basket and looked at the difference between the contents of the two. Do you want some of mine? He said, handing Harry's over to him. Harry's eyes widened. Really? Draco nodded. You can have whatever you want. What are your favorites? Not sure if it was a trick or not. Harry stepped closer again, inspecting the candy the other boy offered. He said, pointing to the orange chocolate. I like those the best. Draco gave him every single one. Wow, that's interesting, guys. I didn't think that was going to happen. I like the start of this one. It's 7 parts, so I'll do this within 7 days. Just for you guys. It's just a Halloween theme. You know what I mean? I love you guys so much. I know it's been long, and thank you for sticking with me through this one. This will be the actual Drarry one. That is for Drarry Halloween. Thank you guys for watching, and I love you so much. Hit my subscribe button if you haven't subscribed yet. Some love and turn on push notifications. I love you so much.